Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Volleyball on HCAM. As today, the 5-10 Hopkinton Hillers take on the 13-2 Nipmuc Warriors. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. Mary Arnott on camera. And this should be a good test for this young Hiller team against a very good Nipmuc program. Nipmuc is ranked 7th in the Division I state tournament bracket. Hillers are ranked 49th. Nipmuc, one of the top teams around, and this will be a great test for this Hiller group here today. And there's a number of players to look out for on the Warriors, a number of great athletes. You have number 14, Hayden Hutha-Cathra with 146 kills. He'll be someone to look out for. Logan DeMarzo with 127 kills. Two big offensive weapons for the Nipmuc Warriors. And as far as serving, the ace leader for the Warriors is Dolan Comforti with 20 aces on the season. And they also have a couple others with 17 aces, Evan Donlin and Miguel Machado. So a number of weapons to look out for here this evening on this Nipmuc Warriors team. These two teams did meet earlier in the season at Nipmuc High School, and the Warriors won via a 3-0 sweep. The Hillers certainly hoping for a different result here this evening. And the good news is they've seen this Nipmuc team before, so they know a bit about what to expect. So perhaps that'll help the Hillers make this a good battle here today. But it's the first year of this Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Volleyball program, and what a great job they have done in their first full official season. And this program's only going to continue to get better and better. And I'm certainly glad to get a glimpse of this team for my first time in person. Certainly have seen plenty of video, and Steve Sweetapple unfortunately couldn't be here today, but he's done a great job all season broadcasting these games, and I'm certainly honored to be filling in here today as we are ready to get things going. Miguel Machado set to serve for the Nipmuc Warriors, and we are underway. A nice dig from the back row by Grady. A spike and a point for the Hillers. Gervier Gianni spikes it down, and it's a 1-0 Hiller lead, and they'll have the serve. Michael Click back to serve. Michael Click, a sophomore, sends that to the back row. Bump in front. Nice dig there by Wes Gonzalez into the net, and it's a Nipmuc point. Back to the service line for the Warriors, Evan Donlin. Sends it to the back row. Set up in front, the spike too long. There's Ricardo Bequiccio on the attempt. 2-1 Warriors lead. Evan Donlin to serve. To the back line. Piccioli got the knock on it. Tipped over by Bequiccio. And a point for the Hillers. 2-2 as we have a number 8 in there for the Hillers set to serve. We'll have to get a name for him. And there's a point, an ace. Second serve of the run. And a misfire there. Well, in the JV match, Nipmuc got the 2-0 win. Best of 3 in the JV level. Dolan Comforty back to serve for Nipmuc. And a nice dig on the back line by Gonzalez. Tipped over, tipped back. Good save by Guikema. Sent over to the back line. And the Hillers going to get the point. Double hit there on Nipmuc. 4-3, Hopkinton. Yes, Gonzalez back to serve. Set up in front, spike, and a Nipmuc point. That was Ethan Dahmer on the spike. Back to serve is Hayden Uchanthra. To the back line he goes. Set up there by Grady, sent over. Set up in front by Nipmuc. Spike over. Hiller is able to defend. Sent over by Grady. The setup. A spike and a point for Nipmuc. Miles Guikema. Five-4 Warriors. Uchanthra at the line. And a double hit there on the Hillers. 4 hits. Uchanthra will continue the service run. The setup and the tip over and a nice point there. Ricardo Bequiccio. Number 10 back to the line for the Hillers. Another call up. Set up in front. Yeah, roster size does increase this time of the season. And that's long. Good serve there to the back line, the setup. And into the net, that'll be a Nipmuc point. Back to serve for Nipmuc, Miles Guikema. He sends it to the back line. And that one's long, Warriors point. Nice hit from the left side and a point for the Hillers. William Grady finds the open space. Alex Piccoli back to serve. Sends it to the back line, the setup. Spike and a good block in front, but not good enough. Nipmuc gets the point. Back to serve for the Warriors. Hunter Allen, a 9-7 Nipmuc lead. And a good save in front, but the spike by Albert Awa Hamid gives the Warriors the point. Well, that was a rough ball to play. It was a good job by Grady keeping it in play. But you got to look out for Ahmed in the middle. He certainly has quite a spike. Hillers get the point there, 10-8. Here's William Grady. Good block in front. They get it over. Bump from the back line. From the corner, it's out. A little long there by Trevor Blinn. Nipmuc up by 3. Miguel Machado back to the service line. Tipped over by Click. And the Hillers get the point. Nice job by Click finding the open space. All right, so we had a couple number changes. Number 10 is Ryan Click, and number 8 is Kunwer Chatal. And that one's going to go out of play. Good effort by Piccoli, but out of play it goes. Back to the service line for Nipmuc, Evan Donlin. The setup. And the defender got a piece of it in front. Gervier Gianni gets the point for the Hillers. Hillers within 2. Kunwer Chatal back to the line. Good serve there. And the little send over. Hillers trying to respond, but getting the ups there was Dolan Comforty, and the Warriors get the point. Comforty set to serve. Well, Dolan Comforty has 442 assists coming into this game, by far the team leader and one of the leaders in the state assist-wise. He's someone you'll have to look out for tonight. Good block by the Hillers on the right side. Gervier Gianni and Bequiccio team up for the block. Back to the line, Wes Gonzalez, the libero. And that's going to be a Nipmuc point. Well, I'll tell you, the Hillers going back and forth with the 7th best team in Division I right now. It's impressive. Hayden Hua Chanthra back to the line. The setup. Good knock over. The bump by Donlin, sent over. Set up by Click, send over by Grady. Nipmuc looking to respond. They do indeed. Hamid able to get it back over. And a point in the corner, Alex Piccoli. Piccoli found the open space on the left side, able to exploit it. It's a 2-point game. Ryan Click at the line. Gets it right to the back row there. And a nice attempt to block in front, but too much power there for Albert Awahamid. Here's a couple kills for Nipmuc in this first set. 15-12 Warriors at the line. Miles Guikema. Tipped over. Warriors send it back. The setup. And a nice hit from the right side, Alex Piccoli. Back to a 2-point game. Piccoli at the line. They get it over. Set up by Click. From the corner, too long. There's Trevor Blinn on the attempt. Well, the Hillers going back and forth with Nipmuc and playing well so far. They're hanging in there. Hunter Allen on the serve. Little collision there, but they're able to get it over. The setup, the spike, good block. Click sets it up, another setup there. And Click gonna just push it over. A bump back into Hiller territory. Click sets it up. Oh, miscommunication, and out of play it goes. Well, the Hillers can't overthink it. Just knock it over the net. Don't hesitate. Here's Hunter Allen. To the back line he goes. Good serve there. Punched over by Blinn. The setup. Spike. And it goes to Nipmuc. Awa Hamid out in front. He is really someone you got to look out for. He just has tremendous power. Timeout on the floor, an 18-13 Nipmuc lead here in this first set. But I've been watching a good amount of video of this Hiller team, of course, for the weekly highlights, which you can find on HCAM News and HCAM Sports Talk quite often. And this team has come a long way as the season has gone on. At first, communication was a big problem, but they have come into their own and just continue to get better and better. And an impressive set so far. You're going against a very talented, experienced Nipmuc team loaded with seniors. And you're hanging in there. Back to the service line. Hunter Allen off the timeout. Punches it to the back line. The setup. And a good knock there. William Grady, I think, hit it a tad later than he wanted to, but still gets the point. Grady back to the service line. The setup. And another point for the big man, Albert Awa Hamid. Nipmuc up by 5. Miguel Machado set for the serve. The setup by Click. Pushed over. And it's going to go to the Hillers, a carry on Nipmuc, or a double hit. Back to the line for the Hillers. You got Michael Click. And into the net he goes. Well, he was going for the power there, but a little too low on the serve. The Nipmuc libero, Evan Donlin, set to serve. Good dig, but a nice push over by Comfort. He gives the Warriors the point. Second serve of the Evan Donlin run. Out of play it goes. Heading to the line, Kunwer Chatal. Gets it to the back line, the setup, spike, and was it out? No, it wasn't, says the official. Hayden Huachanthra with the point. Dolan Comforty to the service line. Gets it to the back row. The setup, push over. Back and forth we go. Good block by the Hillers. Ricardo Bequicchio with a nice block there. Wes Gonzalez set for the serve. Here's the setup and the spike. Is it long? Yes, it is. Wes Gonzalez on the serve. The Hillers, they have a chance to go on a bit of a run here, but Nipmuc going to spoil those plans real quick as Miles Guikema finds the open space in the middle. Hua Chanthra set for the serve. Nipmuc 2 points away from collecting the first set. And that's going to be a Hiller point. Here's Ryan Click at the line. The junior sends it to the back row. A good spike there, nice save. And a Hiller point. A hard-earned point there, great save by Kanwar Chatal. Another good serve by Click. There's the spike, nice dig. Chatal with another good save there, but a misfire along the left side, and the Warriors are 1 point away. Miles Guikema trying to close it out. And he will. That'll do it for set number one. The Nipmuc Warriors take it 25-20. The boys will switch sides and we'll head to set two. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Volleyball on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. Mary Arnott on camera, and we are just about ready for the second set. It was a good first set for the Hillers. They went back and forth with one of the top teams in the state, and it was a 25-20 set. We'll see if the Hillers can build on what they were able to do in that first set. They found ways to get points and keep it away from the big threats in the middle. And they exploited the outside and found the open space a number of times, and that really helped keep the Hillers in it and took the set back and forth, and we'll see if they're able to build on that. But certainly a good effort by the Hillers in that first set against this very good Nipmuc team. I think one thing the Hillers may have learned is to look out for Albert A. Wahamid. He has some serious power on the spike and will give you a difficult time if you give him a good opportunity for a hit. Michael Click on the serve to start off set number two. There's a spike, and that was out. There's Hayden Hua Chanthra. Hillers get the first point. Click back to the line. And nice serve, got a piece of the net there. There's a spike, but the block unable to hold. Warriors point. Miles Guikema with the point. Back to the line, Dolan Comforty. Miles Guikema, I got him down for 3 kills. Certainly unofficial stats. I try to keep track, but obviously you're going to miss a point here and there. The setup. Push over, and a nice effort there by Jake Vanderberg. He saw the open space, and he said, you know what, rather than hit it, I'm just going to push it over. Comforty continues his service run. To the back line he goes. Set up in front. It's over. Still alive. And that is going to be 4 hits. Hillers get the point. Good serve by Chital. Chital with the push, the setup, the spike, the block. And a nice send over there. Throws Nipmuc off balance, but they keep it alive. Bump over by Donlin. And there's a Hiller point. Gervier Gianni playing it off the front line. Well, that's what the Hillers need to keep doing. Throw this Nipmuc team off balance. Chital on the serve. And that one's going to throw him off balance a little bit. Push over. Chital with the bump. Push over by Piccoli. And a good spike there by Hayden Huachanthra. The senior back to the line. 3-all in set number 2. The setup. And a spike, but it's going to be a Nipmuc point. It was into the net by Bequicchio. He thought he got it over. And now the official's going to talk about it. It's too bad we can't rewind the tape here and have a video review. Let's see if they keep the call. Looks like they're going to keep the call. 4-3 Nipmuc. Hayden Huachanthra set to serve. The setup in front, the knockover, and a nice job finding the open space there. Gervier Gianni again. I think Gervier Gianni, the junior, he's going to be someone to look out for. He's got a nice downward spike. Sent over. The push. And out of play, says the official. And they're going to call it a double hit. The Warriors, the Hillers had the point there. Set to serve, Miles Guikema. And a good attempt by Nipmuc to save, but not quite. William Grady with a nice send over for the Hillers. 5-all. Ryan Click set to serve. The setup. Over to the edge, and you're not saving that one. Well, good hustle by the Hillers to get over there, but a little too far out of the court of play to get to that one. Hunter Allen set to serve. And a good serve up the middle. Push over. And that's going to be a Hiller point. Dolan Comforty was trying to look smooth there, but puts it into the net. Alex Piccoli set for the serve. The power, good block up in front to slow it down. Push over, and the Warriors get the point. A little push over by Logan DeMarzo. Miguel Machado set to serve. The setup and a block for Nipmuc. Good block by Gravir Gianni, or Logan DeMarzo rather. Machado on the serve. The setup and a good spike there. William Grady. Grady got some good power behind that one. Serve to the back line, the setup. Nice job by the Hillers getting it back over. Good block in front. Set to the back line and a hard-earned point there by the Hillers. Gravir Gianni does it again. Grady on the serve. To the back corner he goes. And what a save by the Hillers. A great dig by Piccoli. Sent over by Grady. The setup, the spike. And that's going to be a Nipmuc point. Oh, they're going to say Grady got a piece of it. That might have been out if he didn't go for it. Evan Donlin set to serve. The setup to the back line. And the Warriors get it over. Hiller's able to respond. And a great dig there. Good block in front. And what a run that was, but it's going to be a Nipmuc point. I'll tell you, the Hillers are getting much better at hitting the ball off balance and digging their way out of trouble. A lot of hard-earned points in this match. Donlin put it to the back lines. Hillers respond. Ooh, I think he might have touched the net. He did. Ten to 9. Back and forth we go in set number 2. Michael Click set to serve for the Hillers. The push over. Click sets it up. And the smash lands right in that open corner. Trevor Blinn. Ten all, Michael Click at the line. The setup. And a smash there and a point for Nipmuc. Miles Guikema. Well, Miles Guikema, strong middle hitter for Nipmuc. Dolan Comforty back to the line to serve. The setup. Nice tip over to the back line. The push by Michael Click. Set up by Nipmuc. The spike. And that is in. Miles Guikema once again. He's racking up the points. 12-10 Nipmuc. Dolan Comforty on the serve. The setup. The smash, and the block doesn't hold. Hayden Huachanthra with the Nipmuc point. We're going to get a Hiller timeout. 13-10 Warriors trying to pull away. So the Hiller is going to talk things over. Great start to the set for the Hillers. These two teams went back and forth for the first 10 points. Warriors on a 3-point run here. But this Hiller team holding their own. They're doing a nice job at digging their way out of trouble and finding the open space. But the Warriors, they're doing a nice job at keeping the Hillers off balance and not allowing them to get the power behind their hits that they would necessarily like to get. So we'll see how they adjust here in this second set. Still very much anyone's set if the Hillers can find a way to get a run going. So we got this Hiller boys volleyball game for you today. They'll be back in action on Friday for their senior night game. We'll have that live for you right here on HCAM. 4:30 start time for that one. And they'll be taking on, I believe it's Algonquin for that game. And we'll also have Hiller lacrosse and softball for you. We'll get you some more details on that in just a bit. Dolan Comforty on the serve. The setup, the spike into the net. Nipmuc up by 4. Ooh, miscommunication there. So correction, it'll be Hiller boys volleyball against Norton on Friday. We'll have boys lacrosse at 5 p.m. Hillers take on Westwood, and then a huge softball game. Hillers in Medfield at 7 p.m. Loaded Friday of sports as the Hillers get a point there. Well, that was a nice job breaking up that Nipmuc run. Now you got to see if you can get a service run going. Kunwer Chatal at the line. Sends it back row. The setup, the push over. And the spike attempt there, but the block holds. Push back over. The setup. And a nice tap into Nipmuc territory. Back and forth we go here. To the back line. There's the setup. And a hard-earned point for Nipmuc. Hayden Huachantra collects another kill. Huachantra at the line with Nipmuc up by 5. Puts it to the back row. Setup. And a nice Hiller point, Alex Piccoli. Able to get through the block. Wes Gonzalez to serve. The setup, a push over. And both teams trying to throw each other off guard. You've seen a lot of pushes, and you're going to see a Hiller point there. Ricardo Baquiccio. And that was a great hit to the right side of Nipmuc territory. Gonzalez takes it to the back line, push over, and Hiller has left too much open space. Miles Guikema with the point. The setup, and a nice point there by Baquiccio. The spike making it through the block attempt of Awa Hamid. Ryan Click to serve. And an absolute smash by Logan DeMarzo. Well, DeMarzo just had the perfect spike opportunity on that one. Hunter Allen to the line. Nipmuc leading by 4. Ooh. And that's just called losing your footing. That was a good job by William Grady trying to play it. Good effort by William Grady trying to play it from his back. Allen on the serve. The setup. Tip over, tip back. Reverse bump there by Grady. The power, too much power by Awa Hamid. Back to a 4-point set. Alex Piccoli set to serve. Good serve there. And a great save by Piccoli. Good block in front, but it's going to be a Nipmuc point. Out of play it goes. Miguel Machado for the serve. Nice smash. And finding that tidbit of open space along the corner, Trevor Blinn. On the serve, William Grady. The setup, a bump over. And a good send away to the back line by Grady, but Nipmuc responds. A nice knock by DeMarzo. Well, DeMarzo, he's got the ups. And he can really lay the smack down. 21-16. The setup. And a nice job making it through the block by Gervier Gianni. Michael Click set to serve for the Hillers. Good serve there. Absolute smash by Hayden Huachanthra. Dolan Comforty on the serve for Nipmuc. The setup. Too much. Back to serve for Nipmuc, Dolan Comforty. Off the net, and you can't get much better of a serve than that. An ace for Dolan. Match point right here. Too much. Nipmuc 1 point away from taking set number 2. To the corner. Set up the punch over. Set up for the Hillers. The smash, too much. And Nipmuc is going to take set number 2 by a final of 25-18. Nipmuc now leading 2-0. We'll head to set number 3. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Volleyball on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are ready for set number 3. Nipmuc trying to take the sweep, but the Hillers have other ideas. They'd like to start a comeback right about now. And I'll tell you that this Hiller team, it's very impressive what they're doing. They're young. Most of the roster is going to be back next season more than likely. But they're really building something here, and they're building a good foundation, and this is a team that's gotten much better as the season has gone on, and I'm sure if you ask the Nipmuc side of as well, they would say the same thing. Every point has been pretty competitive in this match. So it has been impressive for the Hillers. The last time these two teams met back in April, it was a lot easier for the Warriors to take the sweep, but the Hillers not making anything easy here today. They're really challenging this very good Nipmuc team. Miles Guikema starts things off. Good block in front, but the Hillers hold up and get it back over. The setup. The smash blocked by the Hillers, but out of play it goes. Hua Chantra just dangerous along the edge. Miles Guikema on the serve. And you can't get much better than that. An ace for Miles. Another good serve there. Push over. Guikema digs it out. Bump over. The setup by Click. Smash and a good block by Nipmuc. Hillers able to keep it going, but we had 2 hits. Double hit. 3-0 Warriors. Guikema will continue this service run. Good smash there. The push over. Hillers respond. To the back line. Click sets it up. A good block, but a nice job by Blinn. Striking with the other hand, and a great spike from the corner by Michael Click. Click back to the line to serve. The sophomore sends it to the back line. The setup. Good block. The Warriors keep it in play. The setup to the back line. Warriors looking to respond. Through the block, and the Warriors get the point. Another nice knock by Hayden Hua Chantra. Hua Chantra has several kills, and how about that? Logan DeMarzo caught the Hillers sleeping. He tries it again. This is like a basketball type of shot. I believe he is actually a basketball player for Nipmuc as well. Out of play it goes, Nipmuc point. Here's the basketball shot. And a nice hit there by Piccoli. And the spike withstands the block. Hayden Hua Chantra striking again for Nipmuc. A 7-1 Warriors lead. Certainly not the way the Hillers envisioned starting off this third set. They'll take a timeout, talk things over. And that gives us a chance to remind you we have a trifecta of Hiller sports on Friday. We got Hiller Boys Volleyball Senior Day as they take on Norton. And it's a 5:30 p.m. start to that game. So 5:30, not 4:30, as I said earlier. We got Hiller Boys Lacrosse taking on Westwood at 5 p.m. And we got Hillers softball in a crucial game against Medfield. 7 p.m. first pitch for that one. And that is this coming Friday. Logan DeMarzo with the basketball shot serve. And it works again. Well, that is certainly a very different serve than I have seen at any other point. The basketball star shoots into Hiller territory. And it's kept alive by Nipmuc. That was a great spike by Gianni. The setup. Chantra gets it to the back line. Hillers keep it going for now. Good bump over by Gonzalez. To the back row. Setup, spike. And through the block it goes. Trevor Blinn. Well, speaking of basketball players, Trevor Blinn, a pretty good basketball player himself. To the service line, Kunwar Chatal. The smash, good block by the Hillers. Hillers blocking really well along the right side. And Hopkinton gets the point. Alex Piccoli able to put it off an Nipmuc Warrior according to the official, but now there's going to be a chat. Point under review. Oh, they reversed the call. Yeah, certainly questionable there. The debate was, did someone on the Warriors get a piece of it? I don't believe anyone did. I think it just rolled off the net. Dolan Comforty set to serve. Warriors up in set 3 by 7. Bump over. Set up. And a smash. And a point for Nipmuc. Hayden Huachantra with another absolute smash from the left side. Comforty on the serve. Good serve to the back line. Oh, what an effort by Piccoli. And he went flying into some of the Hiller chairs. Good news is he is okay. Runs right back on the floor. Good hustle. Well, that'll be probably something he looks back on later and laughs. Dolan Comforty on the serve. The setup and a push over. Good trickery by Click. Good block in front. Oh, it's going to be Warriors point. Double hit for the Hillers. Warriors up by 10, trying to run away with the sweep. Some good back and forth here. The setup, the smash, all into the net it goes. Oh, it's going to be a Hiller point. It's tipped by a Warrior. Wes Gonzalez for the serve. Gets it to the back row. Smash there by Huachantra, who has been an absolute menace. Huachantra back to the line. Serve to the back line, the setup. Warriors keep it alive. Sent back over. Donlin with the armbar. And the Hillers get a hard-earned point. 13-4. Nipmuc leading set 3. Ryan Click on the serve. He pushes it back over, sent back over by Michael Click. There's the smash, makes it through the block, and a point for Alan Krogan. Krogan back to the line. Gets it to the back row. Here's the setup. Push over. Good block by the Hillers along that left side. William Grady shutting it down. Alex Piccoli on the serve. Off the net and an ace. We'll see if he can do it again. To the back row. The setup, push over. Oh, it's gonna be a double hit, or you touch the net. Warriors get the point. On the serve, that was Vanderberg, and how about that, an ace? So Jake Vanderberg, the senior, at the line. Too much. Serving for the Hillers, William Grady. And a great serve to the back line, but Nipmuc responds. A little push over by Dolan Comforty. To the line for Nipmuc, Miguel Machado. Into the net it goes. Well, we have a Hiller baseball update. They're over in Westwood. A 2-2 game in the top of the 8th. Extra innings for Hiller baseball and Westwood. And funny enough, they had extra innings when they met in their home game as well. And the Hillers ended up winning via a walk-off. We'll get you a final if we get one before this match is over. At a play it goes, Hiller point. We also have a Hiller softball update. They're knotted up at 2 apiece with Westwood as well. There's a smash and a point. Dolan Comforty. A correction, it's softball knotted up at 2 in the 8th inning. Baseball is trailing 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Some good back and forth here. The setup by Click, sent over. The smash. Gets through the block. Hillers keep it going. Click sends it to the corner and punched into the net by Blinn. So Hiller baseball trailing Westwood 4-0. Hiller softball tied with Westwood 2-2 in the 8th. We'll let you know if we hear any further updates. Too long on that response by Trevor Bolaney. (20-9), we get another timeout. Nipmuc looking to collect their 14th win of the season, and they are just 5 points away. Well, I'll tell you, you can see this Hiller team is improving. The first 2 sets they had with the 7th best team in Division I. They went back and forth and made it an absolute battle. Certainly progress from the first time these 2 teams met up earlier in the season. Logan DeMarzo set to serve for Nipmuc. Basketball shot serve there. The smash, and it's going to be a Hiller point. Ricardo Bacuccio exploiting the edge. Kunwar Chatal set to serve. Nice serve there. Push over. The setup. And a push by Piccoli. Nipmuc looking to respond. Push over there. Piccoli keeps it going. Back and forth pushes. The bump over. The smash. Spike out. Good point for the Hillers. Kunwar Chatal set to serve. And an ace. Hillers trying to work their way back in. Ooh, misfire. At the service line, Dolan Comforty. Bump over. The setup, the smash, and it's going to be a nice block for the Hillers. Javier Gianni on the block. Wes Gonzalez set to serve. Yeah, good serve there. Set up. Smash. And kept alive by Gonzalez. And what a job by Chatal as well. A little push over. Another push over. Nipmuc responds. Unbelievable. Tremendous back and forth. Oh, into the net goes Piccoli. Well, that was probably the hardest earned point of the game. Some great back and forth in that sequence. Tua Chanthra at the line. The setup, the push over, and how about a point for William Grady? Nice assist for Michael Click. At the line, Ryan Click. Puts it to the back row. And the Hillers get another one. Hillers slowly creeping in there, but that's not going to help. I believe that was Alan Coughlin with the knockover. The correction, that was Dolan Comforty. Alan Coughlin at the line. Good serve to the back row, set up by Click. And exploiting that open space in the corner, William Grady. Alex Piccoli set to serve. Good serves tonight by the Hillers. Oh, and Wes Gonzalez couldn't connect with that one. Nipmuc 1 point away. At the service line, Meko Manzi into the net. Well, Hopkinton Hillers, Westwood Wolverines softball heading to the 9th inning. So I think it's safe to say we probably won't have an update for you before this game is over. There's a good hit. The setup. Smash. Hillers keep it going. And a block will end it. Nipmuc going to collect the victory in the third set, 25-17. They'll take down Hillers via the sweep. They took set number 1, 25-20, set number 2, 25-18, and set number 3, 25-17. But I'll tell you what, good effort by the Hillers. They're young, they're playing an experienced Nipmuc team, one of the best teams in the state. And they truly made it battle and didn't make anything easy. And a nice little comeback effort at the end as well. It was good to see this Hiller team not give in after they struggled a little bit to try to get something going in the third set. But that is just about going to do it for our coverage here today. The final score for the final time, Nipmuc defeats Hopkinton via a 3-0 sweep. Nipmuc now 14-2, Hopkinton now 5-11. A big thank you to Mary Arnott for her tremendous award-winning camera work, and for everyone at HCAM. I'm Tom Nappy. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.